Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage? I am your host, H. Foley. This is the show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or if they're absolute garbage. I'm coming at you from beautiful Astoria, Queens, where the bodies are stacking high, my friends. My co-host coming at you from an undisclosed location somewhere in southern New Jersey. Our good pal, Kippy, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
Hey, gang, happy to be here. Another day down in the bunker, and I'm not coming back for a long fucking time. Fuck going down with the ship, buddy. I got off first lifeboat out of town. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes, on YouTube. Full video available on YouTube. We appreciate all the support so far, guys.
Absolutely. Very special guest today. We're so happy to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read you off this fucking rap sheet on this kid right here. We got the Joe Rogan Experience. We got the Late Show with James Corden. This week at the Comedy Cellar, the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Stand-ups on Netflix, which he has an executive producer credit for, which I don't even know how you fucking get that. You got Conan. You got a Comedy Central half hour, Last Comic Standing, the Late Show with David Letterman. And he's got a brand new podcast out right now called Mindful Metal Jacket, and one of the co-hosts of Tuesdays with Stories, the fucking pride of Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, Jolton Joe List, everybody.
Thank you. That was like the best intro ever. My God.
It's the only thing he's good at.
It really reminded me that I had a life at one point. By the way, I'm in Astoria too. I'm also here in Astoria.
Are you really? You guys are holding down over there?
Yeah. Everyone keeps asking if we left. I'm like, we got a pretty nice place. I don't want to go be with my parents. I don't want to kill them or be with them.
That was the big thing too. I'd like to go down to this. So my parents live in the suburbs outside of Philly, and I wouldn't mind having a little bit of fucking breathing room. Because over here, it's like everybody's on top of each other. But yeah, I don't want to go home and fucking kill my parents because, I mean, we put gloves and masks on, but we're still in the grocery store. We're still, we got to go to fucking CVS and get shit.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I put a mask. This is so embarrassing. Like, I have such a weak jawline. If I talk, my mask comes off. There's no chin to hold it in place. I want to kill myself.
My glasses keep fogging up when I have it on, and I'm in a fucking store. I look like a psycho.
I saw a couple of those, yeah. That's a tough look when you're like wandering around a Key Foods and you're bumping into shit.
Yeah. And some people get it, and then some people, you walk into a place and you're like, we wanted to get a bottle of wine, and we took a walk over towards Ditmars. So we went to another wine store that we don't normally go to. There's literally 10 people in there, no masks on, just hanging the fuck out, talking to each other. I'm like, what are you out of your fucking mind here? Fucking cooped up in a one-bedroom in Queens. Let's go. Follow the rules. I want to get this shit back up and running.
I hate it, and I don't understand. I mean, I hate to be a bummer, but I'm like, I don't understand how it's gonna, like, if we went from 15 cases to 300,000 cases in 2 months, how are we gonna go? How would that not happen again?
Yeah. I don't understand it. It's crazy. I went to a fucking Walmart, and after being in there for 7 minutes, I'm like, the human population does not stand a fucking chance against this thing. People were so close to me, even for non-quarantine rules. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of my personal space right now. People taking their masks off and digging in their mouth and then like going back to shopping. It's terrible.
What are your projections, Joe? When do you think things will be back to normal?
I don't know. Like, I read a thing yesterday. I'm like Debbie Downer here. Like, I read a thing that said there's going to be no live events until September 2021.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like, I think... And then Dr. Fauci said maybe in November-ish, but I feel like they're all just trying to, like, I feel like behind the scenes, they're like, ooh, we're fucked here.
Yeah. I know China's not giving out the real numbers. I'll tell you that right now. They're fucking, they're playing like the Astros. They
got somebody cooking the books. Somebody is fucking, those things are, no way those numbers are real.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess, like, I've heard a couple things about, like, this finger prick business that takes 4 minutes, and then they're like, okay, you're clear, so maybe we'll have to get our fingers pricked before we go to a baseball game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Trying to test 320-some million people is going to be impossible, and no one's going to fucking trust it.
No, I think, I'm this is what I'm doing. I'm just like, there's that old saying, do business as though the person's trying to screw you, because most likely they are. And if they're not, they'll be pleasantly surprised.
Jesus Christ.
That's how I feel. I'm like, all right, we'll be here until 2022, and I'll just be pleasantly surprised if not.
Sure. It's not bad. Expect the worst.
That's old school garbage mentality. I fucking love that. That's like something your uncle told you one night when he had two fucking a couple of Cuddy Starks in him.
Yeah,
I got all garbage life lessons.
That's the best. I want to get into that a little bit. So where exactly did you grow up in Massachusetts?
I grew up in Whitman, Massachusetts, which is the birthplace of the chocolate chip cookie. Which
shit! A man after Foley's heart, right there.
The home of the Ritz.
Everyone Googles it. I get some people that go, "Hey, you were right," and I'm like, "Well, yeah."
I'm not
just
lying
making that up. I'm not an asshole.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up girls at bars with that.
It's like South Shore, about 35 minutes south of Boston. It's right next to Brockton, Massachusetts, which was the home of Rocky Marciano and Marvin Hagler.
And you grew up, so it's kind of a suburban area.
Yeah, very suburban, yeah.
Grew up with your parents, your brothers and sisters growing up?
I got one older sister. She's 4 years older than me.
All right, so you guys intertwined a little bit. It's not like she was like 10 years older or anything like that.
No, I was in 8th grade when she was a senior. So we were never in high school together, but we hung out in the neighborhood a lot together.
Did you both go to the same school?
All the same schools, but we were only in the same school, I think, when she was in 5th grade and I was in elementary school. We were never in middle school or high school together. But we went to the same school.
I always thought it was garbage, though, and Kevin had this growing up, is when one sibling goes to one high school and then the other one goes to another one for some reason, where they don't go to the same high school.
I had a brother go to private school, and I did not get the nod to go to the expensive private school.
Oh, wow. Was he older than you at least? And they were like, oh, we made a mistake. We can't afford that?
Yeah. He kind of was, but, I mean, he wasn't that much older, and it was the same thing. We would have overlapped like 1 year. It wasn't, but that's also the thing. I also have a brother. There's a 21-year age gap between my youngest half brother and my oldest sibling.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's bad.
Well, that's my parents and I age gap.
Yeah, exactly. Of course. Yeah.
That's garbage, Kippy. That's a fucked up family tree.
That's garbage either way, though. A 21-year-old parental difference is garbage, and a 21-year-old sibling difference is garbage.
Sure. The worst thing. So my parents got divorced. My dad got remarried, and he had at one point he had a son when my sister, who's the oldest, was 16. So it was a 16-year age gap. And we're like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is embarrassing, but all right.
You having to explain this story is like
it's like, let's keep our head down. Let's not tell the neighbors, and we can get through this. And then 5 years later, they had another kid, and we were like, what the fuck, man?
Wow.
Joe, did you have anything like that? Are your parents still together and all that?
My parents are still together. I believe that my parents have only ever been with each other. They were like high school sweethearts. And then they had my sister. My dad was 18 and my mother was 17, I think.
Jeez.
What?
Or no, I'm sorry. My mother was 19. My dad was 20. My mother was 19.
Dude, back then that was the norm. My high school girlfriend's her mom had her when she was 16. So like growing up, we were almost like peers. I mean, like by the time we got in high school, she was only like fucking 15 years older than us.
That's like a Springsteen song.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, there's a few things like that in my family. Like my mother, I have an uncle that's 4 years older than me. My mother's youngest brother. Yeah,
that's always a dead giveaway for sure.
Uncle Buddy.
My uncle. Well, that's what's interesting. For years, I've been telling stories about my Uncle Dale, and I'll tell because we were drinking buddies. So I was like, oh, me and my Uncle Dale, we were out, blacked out, we threw up, all this stuff. People were like, your uncle? What? And I was like, oh, he's my age. Like he's 4 years older than I am.
Oh, that's great.
But people thought I was like out, hitting the streets with like a 60-year-old guy. But
do your folks have because your Boston accent isn't too thick? Do your folks have a thicker accent?
Yeah, my mother not so. My mother's like is very good at enunciating and stuff. I think my mother is very self-conscious about being sort of a lower middle class, so she worked on her penmanship and her enunciation. My dad has an accent, much thicker. And then especially when I used to drink, I would sound like a Kennedy a little bit. Or if I go home, it'll come out a little bit. Or when I start getting angry. But I tried to not have an accent because it was like spazzy. It was like silly to have an accent. And then Good Will Hunting came out. I tell the story a lot. I always said bathroom, and my friends would make fun of me because I had like a thick accent. I pronounced it bathroom. The earliest bit I remember having, I was like in 6th grade, and I would say, isn't it weird you take a bath in the bathroom. And they were like, bathroom? What are you, a British? And I got shit. And then,
somebody liked this kid.
Yeah. And then Good Will Hunting came out, and all of a sudden everyone was like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, no shit.
That made it so cool, man. Even like when we're from Philly, so like it was the same. We would hear that Boston accent. I'm like, that's cool. Like Philly's tough, but I'm like, Boston, that's a cool fucking city.
On the guys, it's not that bad, but on the girl, like that one girl in the bar that, hey, Chucky, why don't you give it a little tuggy? And that you're like, ugh. What do you think is trashier, the Philly or the Boston accent?
I think Boston, honestly, because it just is like harsher and it's harsher and it fucking just sounds. And Boston, it's more than just an accent. It's like this weird back of the throat thing. Like it's not just a way of saying a word, but it's like the voice inflection. It's fucking back here, and it's just upset.
I never understood where accents came. Like, why the fuck do we all talk different?
I don't know. It's fascinating. And then like Western Massachusetts, I got a friend from Western Mass. He sounds like he's from Chicago. He says Western Mass. Blackjack burger.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, Foley, you kind of have that too a little bit from just like central Pennsylvania. Your dad sounds like he was on that SNL sketch, like the Bears.
Yeah, my dad sounds like fucking Dan Aykroyd because I was born in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and then we moved down to Philly. So everybody up in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, near Scranton, they all fucking sound like hey, how you doing there? Good to see you. They all have like that. That's fucking garbage too, man. That Chicago accent.
Yeah, that's no good.
I don't care how hot the chick is. If she starts talking, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, there's a huge. That's to me like the most common accent because that goes from like Ohio even into like Indiana. Michigan has that. And
that spreads.
I feel like even down in like Nebraska, they almost have that. It's interesting.
Yeah, sometimes a Southern accent can sound pretty classy. Sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, but it also I feel a Southern accent depends on what they're wearing. If they're in like a white suit with like the tie, yeah. If they're dressed like a Southern lawyer, for sure. But if it's like a hillbilly, you're like, all right, I'm not buying it.
That's too funny. All right, well, let's get into some questions here.
Let's do it.
As you know, Joe, we're going to ask you a series of questions. Just answer them honestly. We'll find out if you're a classy guy or absolute garbage. Kippy, what are you going with the over under here?
I think this is my opinion. I think you like most of us have garbage roots. You know what I mean? Most like white suburban people have garbage roots for sure. You know, like blue collar working family. But I don't think you're garbage now. I don't think so. I think you run I think you probably keep a pretty tight ship.
I appreciate that.
I remember you told.
I feel like he thinks he's on the witness stand right now. Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to find out myself here because I go back and forth myself on how I feel.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Let's start off with a couple of the basics. Growing up, you had a front yard and all that stuff. You guys grew up in a house.
House, front yard, backyard. Yeah.
I thought about this yesterday when we went for our walk. What was your front lawn ornament situation, your front lawn decoration? Like, was there like a flower bed with like a lawn jockey and like a tire that's turned into a flower pot?
No, we didn't have. Again, a lot of these are because my mother grew up with all that. Like my grandmother collected shit. My grandmother had the wooden thing where it made a lady look like she was bending over and you could see her underwear. You remember that thing?
My God.
My grandmother had that. So my mother was like, throw everything out. Like there was nothing. Like Christmas, we had very subtle lights. The bushes would have Christmas lights. And then there was like a little garden in the front, flowers. My mother's very OCD and very like, we have to. Now it sounds like it puts us we're classy, but it's really just a huge effort to hide
the trashiness,
the deep garbage. Yeah. So there was very few lawn anything. I would say actually zero lawn other than actual flowers.
What about around Christmas time? Did you put like the sled and like the plastic sled with the lights out there or anything like that?
No, nothing like that. Just lights, just standard frame the house and some on the bushes.
And the big one, the Christmas tree inside. Did you have colored lights, Joe?
We had colored lights, yeah.
Tough break, Joe.
Keeping up
the small
appearances on
colored
the
lights.
outside.
But they were the little colored lights, not those
Doesn't
big
matter.
fat ones.
Those
Shit.
big fat ones, man. I think they stopped making those in the 70s. Those things were wacky.
Oh, how
Oh,
many
God.
houses did they fucking burn down? Those things were fucking terrible.
They were a
They were
fire
like
hazard.
neon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Did you have a garage?
Here you go. We had a garage. A garage that there was no, when we first got the house, it was just filled with shit, and the garage door was so jammed you couldn't open it. It was like so rusted shut. But when I was around, I think early on when we first moved there, like 3 years into moving there, we gutted everything and made it a big living room.
Ah, that's
So-
not bad.
No is the short answer. But when we first moved there, it was an unopenable garage door.
Wait a minute. You say you made it into a living room?
Yeah, it's like a big, now it's like beautiful, but it became like a dining room thing.
So it was attached to the house. It was a garage attached to the house.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
all right.
A garage.
My
attached to
garage
the
is my parents' garage is not attached to the house.
house. I don't know if that's better or worse.
I don't think it's good.
It's fucking trash.
I don't have all my papers in front of me, but I don't think it's good. We were asking because the garage fridge is a big thing that if growing up, we each had garage fridges, but like, that just kept beer, sodas, and weird meats stored in them.
Sodas, ice pops, and shit like that.
No, we never had that. We just had the one fridge.
Okay, I got another one. Were you like a Blockbuster family or independent rental store?
Oh, interesting. I think became both. We ended up being Blockbuster. I remember Blockbuster, yeah. But there was like Stone's Video for a little bit. But
They always had the best names. Stone's Video. That's great.
Once Blockbuster became a thing, we were straight Blockbuster.
Yeah, you kind of had to be. You had no choice. They had the monopoly on it.
Blockbuster
Exactly.
was much classier than did you guys have West Coast Video up there too or no?
I don't think we had that, no.
Because West Coast had the fucking back room. Blockbuster never had the back room.
No, I can picture our Blockbuster now. I remember the new releases went all the way around the outside. And
Yeah.
Yes.
If it didn't have that porn room, it was pretty classy.
But we did occasionally, I remember there was a time with the liquor store had movies. You could rent movies from the liquor store. Because I do
What a night right
remember
there.
going to the liquor store and being like, all right, you pick out a movie. It's weird because I just thought of it now. I'm like, and
That's
that was
crazy.
the one where they had the actual movie case inside the plastic. Like Blockbuster had their own
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blockbuster case. This was just the movie in a plastic thing.
Wow. That's fun. I've never heard of that. But that does remind me, a buddy of mine growing up, his dad owned like 2 or 3 like independent rental stores. And when they closed down, when Blockbuster moved it down, he sold all the movies, but kept all of the porn from like the 3 locations and kept it all in his basement. And we found it when we were like 15. And it was the greatest day of my life. It was amazing.
Oh, that's huge. I mean,
Yeah, we were.
that would
that's a
remain the best day of my life.
He had like all of Pornhub in his basement, and we were like, "What's in these boxes?" He's like, "Porn," and we were like, "All of these boxes?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fucking great."
That's fun.
All right, so you passed the test on the lawn decorations. What about a flag setup? Do you have any flag setup? The American flag is obviously okay, but did you have like a
Because we're
Red Sox
Patriots.
flag or like a Patriots flag? Or the big one is, did you have a pirate flag?
No, we had none of those. No flags.
All right. My dad still has a pirate flag flying in our backyard like he's fucking Jolly Rogers.
Why?
Because we're fucking garbage. I don't know. He thinks he's a pirate.
That's insane.
No flag for us.
Have you ever used the ATM just to check your balance?
Interesting. No, I'm like the opposite. I've never checked my balance. I take money out and I say no to the receipt because I don't want to look.
Okay.
I have that same anxiety. I'm like, I don't want to. I'll push that off until tomorrow or something.
Yeah. To this day, like I've done okay. I have some money. I still don't look at the back because it still fucks me up.
I've had moments where I've gone to the ATM and like the person before me, their receipt's still in there, and I take a peek, just a little fucking
Sure.
see what the competition's dealing with, and some guy's got like fucking 25 grand just sitting in his checking account. I'm like, what the fuck?
I've thought about that now because I have like a savings account. I've thought about checking the savings and then just leaving the receipt just to be like,
Just to make me feel bad about myself if I'm
how
behind
do
you.
you like that?
Leave a 20 on the machine. Go ahead, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Growing up, did your mom buy Gushers?
No Gushers.
I feel like that was a rich kid snack. I didn't have Gushers. We were a fruit roll-up family.
No,
We're an off-brand fruit roll-up family.
No Gushers for us.
What about Lunchables? Did you get Lunchables?
I don't think so. I was also like a crazy picky eater. I do remember the little plastic thing with the stick and the cheese. I had the crackers.
The candy
Oh, those things were fucking classy.
Yeah, that
there you
I
go.
love.
All right.
But we never did Lunchables. But here's the thing. Again, I have my mother's OCD. So like I had the same lunch every day. I had like peanut butter and jelly and one of those cheese stick things.
All right.
That's not bad for a fourth grader. That's clean living. You get a PB&J sandwich and a handy snack.
It was pretty good.
Dude, you pulled out those handy snacks. It was like you were spreading caviar on those crackers.
Oh, man,
Dude, you get a 6-gland lunchroom. That whole place will stop. Fucking check this guy out.
They were fucking nice, man.
All right, to stay on that peanut butter and jelly tip, I got one for you. Did your mom ever get you the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar?
No. Again, I mean, I got to keep coming back to this OCD. That was psychotic to me.
I'm the same way, man. That's insane to me.
Yeah, I spread the peanut butter and then like fully wipe down the knife before going into the jelly. Like my mother would shit her pants if there was peanut butter in the jelly or jelly in the peanut butter.
Oh, you can see the fucking jelly in my fridge right now. It's got peanut butter. It's got a set of keys in it. I'm fucking reckless when it comes to that shit.
Dude. Oh man, the thought of your jelly jar fucking makes my skin crawl, dude.
Jelly sucks. Do you guys refrigerate your jelly? You're supposed to refrigerate after you open it.
Yeah.
What, you keep it under the bed? What are you doing?
No, I keep it in the cabinet. Once you put it in the fridge, that's it. I'm done with it.
That's how I feel about ketchup. I've been having this debate my whole life. We're always ketchup in the cabinet, people.
Keep the ketchup nice and warm. All right, I'll give you that. I like that.
Yeah.
I do the same thing with the milk. I keep the milk in the oven.
Nice simmer going.
And since that came up, I've talked to your wife Sarah about this before. She's a big milk drinker. Growing up, did you ever have milk with dinner? We always ask this question.
I think I did. I think at one point, thinking about this now, I could just have diarrhea right in the bed that I'm sitting in. But I can remember as a kid liking milk with macaroni and cheese. I would make like Kraft mac and cheese and then a glass of milk. But that's such a dairy overload that I can't even wrap my head around it.
So you just answered another question, a common one here. You were a Kraft macaroni and cheese family?
Yeah, the blue box. That's
blue box.
Shit.
Yeah,
classy.
I mean, I love that. Up until recently, I would eat the full box. Like in my adulthood, I'd make an entire box and then eat it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making the box, I'm not putting it in the fridge. Yeah.
Yeah, but once I hit like 35, I would do that and be like suicidal the next day. It would take me 3 days to recover.
You can taste the box a little bit in it. That's what I love about Kraft macaroni. You can taste like the cardboard in the box, like in the aftertaste of it.
It's killer. As I'm talking about it, I'm like, I should go do that just for old time's sake because I miss it.
Foley, I think you're just eating the box, to be honest with you.
What about your chocolate milk growing up? Were you a chocolate syrup family or were you a powdered family?
No, we were a syrup family.
Good. Powders. If you had Nesquik, you were fucking trash.
I did something a little weird that everyone thinks I'm crazy. And now I'm finally coming around with some work and therapy to recognize that I was wrong. But I would put the chocolate in first because I wanted to see how much chocolate. Because I judged by like almost like pouring a whiskey. I was like, I want 2 fingers of Hershey's syrup, and I'd pour the milk on top of it. And I always did it like that.
Yeah, I thought that was the right way to do it.
No,
you do the milk first.
Yes.
Ah, that's fucking garbage. No, I want to know what I'm getting.
Yes.
I want that shit. I want that spoon standing straight up.
That's how I always felt. Mine would look like black. It looked like a black Russian.
Yeah, and you got to go Hershey's. That was my second thing. If you go cereal, it has to be Hershey's.
For sure.
I feel like Nesquik was new money shit.
Oh, that's
you could smell Nesquik on somebody a mile away.
Yeah, that cracked out fucking rabbit jumping around. No fucking thank you.
All right, I got a couple more food ones, I guess. Did you guys do Nilla wafers growing up?
No wafers. We had no wafers.
All right, we get them every now and then. Also, this is a big one, Foley. We've talked about it before. Have you ever had the dessert known as dirt?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't know.
It's like
garbage.
Dude, it's the trashiest thing in the world. ice cream, pudding, and they put it, and then they crumble like Oreos and stuff in it. It's made to look like dirt, and they put like gummy worms in it. And a lot of times you eat it out of like like a planter, like a pot that you would put a plant in.
No, that wouldn't fly.
The look on your face right now is fucking.
Again, well, my mother, all this stuff, my mother would be like, "What? No, are you kidding? No way."
What about ambrosia? You ever have ambrosia?
No, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, steer clear. That's it's like mayonnaise and I don't even know what mayonnaise and marshmallows. It's a weird combination.
What was your mayo growing up in the house? Was it Hellman's or was it Miracle Whip?
You know, I was never a mayonnaise guy, but Miracle Whip, we definitely had that in the house. Is that a strike? I remember hearing about Miracle Whip, but it wasn't something I was interested in.
Miracle Whip's not even mayo. It's referred to as salad spread.
We might have had both. So don't quote me on that. I'm afraid my mother's going to hear this and be like, "You told these assholes we had Miracle Whip." But I definitely remember hearing about Miracle Whip and being not interested in it.
You go on there, you fucking embarrass us like we're a Miracle Whip family?
Joey's on the radio talking bad.
What about a toaster oven? Do you now or did you own growing up a toaster oven?
No, my grandmother had a toaster oven, so I was familiar, but we did not at my house. No, we had a toaster. We don't now. We're a toaster family.
That's all we had growing up. We were a toast, dude. This blows my mind to hear people that have toaster ovens.
Those things are trash.
No way.
Either a regular toaster or you fucking throw it in the oven.
Dude,
a toaster oven.
No, you're crazy.
What are you in prison? Those things always had fucking gunk all over them.
No, I'm standing by it. It's not trashy. All right. Did you ever have Big League Chew bubble gum?
I was not into Big Lou. That was in my neighborhood, but I never got into it. I was not a Big League Chew guy.
Oh man, you felt like a fucking $1,000,000 if you were on deck in Little League and pulled out some Big League Chew, man. That was clean fucking living.
You were hitting a dinger.
I couldn't do gum. I think at some point, I was a very nervous kid. At some point, someone got it in my head, if you swallow gum, you could die or you would never be able to shit again. So the idea of having gum while playing baseball was insane to me.
Wow,
I thought that
really?
was like psychotic.
Wow.
I remember swallowing gum a couple of times and thinking I was going to die instantly. It's such a frightening thing. Once it gets in the back of your throat, you're like, oh, it's going to stick. I'm dead.
Just the idea, because when you're a kid, as an adult too, you just get some information, then you lose the rest of the information around it. So all I knew is you can't swallow gum. Mm-hmm. And that was enough for me to fill in the rest of like, you die. I think you die.
You die. Yeah, for sure.
I only heard the first part, but I think you die if you swallow gum.
You know what else was big? Bubble tape was big back in the day.
That was rich kid shit.
Really?
Yeah, never got bubble tape.
What, the $1.29 a clip? That was rich kid shit?
That was never happening.
You couldn't afford that aisle of the CVS?
I remember always chewing fucking sugar-free gum because that's what my mom got, like, you know, Winter Fresh or something like that. We were chewing, we were eating like old lady gum.
Maybe Trident and Big Red. Those were our gum.
Yeah, Trident and Big Red. Big Red's not bad, man. I had a piece of Big Red recently. Ooh, talk about feeling like $1,000,000 walking into this set.
But Big Red is good for like legitimately under 60 seconds.
Yes, yeah. They lose flavor so quick.
Fast.
And dries your mouth out like a shot of rubbing alcohol.
Do you remember when you could? This was, I guess, in the '90s when it was like came out that you could eat the paper. You could keep the paper on the piece of Trident and chew the Trident. Do you remember? Did that guys make it to you?
I remember people saying that, but I never did it.
Yeah, that wasn't a thing.
We did it. I mean,
you were just eating paper. That's all you were doing was eating paper. They didn't specially engineer the paper to eat it.
I know that. I'm just saying it was edible. It wasn't going to kill you, you know? And I was a bored, fat 10-year-old. What else are you going to do? Eat some fucking paper, Foley.
Your shit comes out all wrapped up. What about, you ever have a hot dog on a hamburger bun?
I don't think so, but I have had a hot dog between two pieces of Wonder Bread.
Ooh,
and that's pretty garbage.
I've done that for sure.
I remember being a kid eating that and being like, I think this is garbage.
This is taking a long look in the mirror on that one.
Yeah, we all had those moments when even when you were a little kid, you were like, I don't want to be doing this when I'm fucking my parents' age. This is fucking trash.
Yeah, that's bad news.
What about a hamburger on a hot dog bun?
No, I never did that. No. That sounds like something you made up in the moment.
Yeah, that Flake does that all the time.
I had a peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog bun last night. That was pretty garbage.
Dude, what? Go to the store. Jesus Christ.
I don't want to waste them.
Oh, dude.
Give me your Venmo. I'll shoot you a couple bucks.
Yeah, I'll send you some hot dogs. What are you doing? Come on. Foley, you're embarrassing us. You know what I've appreciated more as I got older, which I wouldn't touch as a kid, is the end of the white bread.
Oh yeah.
Loaves. I hated them as a kid. I was like, throw them out, get them out of here. But now they got some, they make a dense sandwich. I'll give you that. Yeah,
I was the same way. I wouldn't eat that. That was not food to me.
Yeah,
I'd eat the bag.
Your dad always got stuck with that. He's the one that he would have a sandwich with two of them, both ends, fucking crushing a tuna.
Yeah. Here you go, fuckface. Hope you had a good day at work. Here's the ass end of the bread.
Yeah, that you bought, you fucking sucker. Oh, that was terrible.
What about Sloppy Joes growing up? Were you a Sloppy Joe family? Little manwich around the house?
No, none of that. We had no Sloppy Joes.
Dude,
hamburger helper?
No, we never did hamburger helper either.
This guy is a fucking Kennedy. What the fuck? No hamburger. Who the fuck do you think you are? No hamburger helper. What about TV trays? Did you eat off TV trays?
Yeah, that was big. We definitely did that. And we still do that at the family.
Wait, what do you mean you still do that?
I mean, that's like just the tray you set up so you can eat while you're watching TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still all that's how I live my life.
Do you have one in your apartment here in Queens?
Currently, yes. It was Sarah's. I just took it.
Oh, man.
I gotta watch my family. This is how I grew up. My family, to this day, we have to be watching. I can't start eating until there's something on the television.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you. What are you, nuts?
But yeah, no, the whole family would have them lined right up.
Oh, that's too funny.
When you guys would normally eat, where would you eat? Like, where would you have most of your family dinners growing up? In the kitchen, dining room, or in front of the TV?
Always in front of the TV. Very early on, we ate as a family. I remember like when I was really young, but the last age 12 through currently, it's always in front of the TV.
Really?
Growing up,
holiday would be at the table, but that was it.
Yeah, you guys aren't animals, you know what I mean? You turn the TV off for something.
Well, we used to put the TV in. We had a TV in the kitchen that we would sit there and watch TV while we ate at the table.
Yikes!
Foley, turn the TV off and talk to somebody in your fucking family. Jesus Christ!
All right. What about? Did your mom ever cut your hair?
No.
Did you ever cut your mom's hair?
Just her pubes. I shaved her pubes once, but I was young. I was like 8.
That is all's forgiven after 12. You're good.
Yeah. No family haircuts.
Ever have to call 911 on a family member?
On a family member? No. I've called 911, but not on a family member. No.
And did you have a family member living in your house when you were growing up? Like not in the nuclear family?
Yeah, until they got back on their feet or something.
No, never had that.
No, nobody living in the attic or the basement or anything for a little while, crashing downstairs?
No, we didn't have either of those things. But no. We didn't have anyone in our family because there was no room to house anybody in our family.
What about a friend from high school or anything like that? Did you ever have a friend stay with you for a little while his parents work things out?
Yeah.
Yes, we did have that once. And I think it might have been my senior year. Chris Gay was his name, and he stayed. And I remember the first day he was there, he was boiling pasta or mac and cheese, and he was taking spring water out of the fridge to use it to boil. And I was like, dude, my mother is going to beat the shit out of you. Like
we got rules here, buddy.
Store-bought water to boil. I thought that was insane.
My God.
Man, you'd think a guy down on his luck would appreciate a little tap. That's fucking talk about overstepping the lines.
Yeah,
it was wild. But yeah, Jesus. So we did have one friend stay with us for like 6 months at one point.
Yeah, we had that too. One of my brother's friends, his parents were going through something, and just one day his mom pulled up with him, and like him and my mom, when the parents like go aside and they're talking to each other like whispering.
You're like, this ain't good.
Yeah, he was there for the rest of the school year. It was fucking great. It was like having a new brother for a little while.
Yeah, no, it was fun. But the weird thing was I volunteered it without telling my parents. And then he showed up, and I was like, oh, here's the thing. I forgot to tell you. And they're like, what?
I got to stock up on the spring water, Ma.
Yeah. I got one. Do any male members in your family have a ponytail?
No, definitely not.
That would be a tough look. Also, do any males in your family wear Stetson or Brute cologne?
Not that I know of. I don't think we're big. I know Drakkar Noir was like huge in the
Oh,
90s.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
My uncles
big.
wore that, but no, I don't think so.
Oh man, I got my stepdad. I just found a bottle of Stetson. Man, that stuff smells like Cowboys and Winston cigarettes, dude. That shit is no joke.
Little English leather. That shit's classy.
Yeah.
No, not a cologne family.
What about shaving? Do you have an electric razor or do you use a regular?
All electric. First of all, I never shave clean because I got a weak jawline and bad teeth and a small dick, so I got to have a 5 o'clock shadow at all times. But no one ever taught me how to shave. I've never shaved my face with a razor ever.
Ever?
Not once.
What'd
Never.
your dad shave with? Did he have? Because the trashy thing is those Norelcos that have the 3 little circles.
Yeah, those are no good.
Yeah.
No, I used that when I was a teenager, but he always had a handheld razor,
Old
like
school.
a Gillette thing. Yeah.
I'm just like you. I hate shaving my face all the way down unless I have to, because one, like when it grows back, it like fucking hurts, like breaking through the skin. And like,
Yeah.
I always like break out and stuff like that. But our dads, those guys were getting up and shaving like that every fucking day to
Yeah.
go to work. Dude, that must have. My dad always had like fucking little pieces of toilet paper all over his face when he came downstairs.
Back when men were men, you know what I mean? Huh?
100%. I can still hear that sound of like the cleaning it off in the water. That was like the sound of morning.
Tapping it on the sink too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But no, I've literally never done that one single time in my life.
I love it. I got a few more here. Have you ever run out onto the field during any type of sporting event?
Yes, high school football, I did it. And then the year after, I was obsessed with high school football. And the year after my senior year, I was still going to the high school football games.
Stop the show.
I mean,
What the fuck?
I still go to the Thanksgiving game every year, but I started the storming the field.
Oh my God.
We were playing Marshfield High, who was like undefeated like 3 years in a row. They were this juggernaut. We were going to beat them. So I started going around and telling all the kids that I knew still, because they were juniors when I was a senior. And I was like, you got to take the field. I knew that I couldn't participate, but I started going around the fourth quarter. I was like, you have to take the field. We were at their high school. And,
man,
and
Joe,
did.
you were that
and
guy? Holy
Oh, dude, I was that guy. I was
Face painted the whole
I was a
nine.
face painter for sure.
Oh man.
fucking David Putty over here.
Buddy.
Got to support the team.
Support your team.
No, I loved it. I was way into it.
That's tough.
Wow, that's hardcore. Have you ever yelled Baba Booey in public?
No, I was never a stern guy.
Okay.
No, I hate that shit. I don't hate Stern. I hate Baba Booey. That.
Gotcha.
Do you remember the last time your credit card was declined somewhere?
I mean, it's been a while, but yeah, it happened all the time. It happened a lot. And there was a lot of moments where I would always call my mother and be like, "Hey, my credit card." And she's like, "Okay, yeah, you must not have money in there."
Instead of calling the bank, yeah, Ma, what's going on with the fucking debit card?
Yeah, I was that guy. But it's been a while, but that's definitely happened to me a lot.
Oh man, I had one. My most embarrassing one, Foley. I don't even think I ever told you. I was in a McDonald's drive-through, so I had ordered, and then got to the window to pay, got declined, but then I was too close up on the guy in front of me, so I couldn't even pull out a line. I had to wait in line until I got up to the next window, and I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna keep going. I just
Oh my God.
drove off a bridge, dude. I was so embarrassed.
First of all, what are you doing buying fucking McDonald's with a credit card? That's fucking garbage. Jesus Christ. You don't got anything liquid for a fucking quarter pounder?
It was all tied up in Bitcoin. Yeah.
Joe, are you a fast food guy?
I haven't been much the last year or so because I've been dealing with like a reflux issue, but I was a huge fast food. We were all fast food, yeah.
What's your favorite one?
Well, we had a Burger King in my town, so growing up it was all Burger King, and McDonald's would be a treat because it was like 4 miles away or whatever. But that Burger King is now my least favorite. Wendy's is probably number one.
Yeah.
McDonald's, when it's good, is the best food ever.
Nothing tastes like it.
Yeah. Like the burger is salty. Like good McDonald's is as good as it gets. But Wendy's to me is the most consistent.
Wendy's is like right behind Shake Shack as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, it's delicious. Shake Shack to me is my favorite cheeseburger I've ever had, including like I've been to like high end fucking, the Ritz-Carlton cheeseburgers.
Sure.
Shake Shack is number one for me. The salt, the grease, I love it.
Yeah,
Do you have a specific one? Do you have a specific one in the city you go to?
The Madison Square Park, or is that what it's called? Madison Park?
Yeah.
That's classy out there.
That's great. You sit down, you got the fucking city around you. That's fucking clean living.
That's attractive people over there fucking enjoying themselves.
This might be garbage, but I got married at City Hall and walked to that Shake Shack and ate.
I got married in City Hall too. That is pretty garbage.
Oh yeah. And then we went to Shake Shack. This is the best. Sarah, my wife, went back to work and finished her shift. She didn't come to Shake Shack. We ended up having like a wedding.
What is she, a nurse or something? What's going on?
We ended up having we had a big wedding with all our friends.
Yeah.
And shit. But the day we actually got married in the courthouse, she went back to work like later in the afternoon.
Holy shit. That's like World War II shit, right?
Yeah, that's got to get back on the assembly line type shit.
No one's going to make these B-52s on their own. Let's fucking go. I got howitzer shells to make here.
Oh, man.
Hippie, what do you got? I just got one more.
I think I just got one more too. I know you're a pretty anxious guy, as am I, and I think Foley as well. When was the last time, or would you ever send anything back? Why would you ever send anything back at a restaurant?
Well, I am not that kind of guy. I don't have that in me.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I do a thing. I get a bagel at Lots of Bagels in Astoria, best bagel I've ever had. I go every morning, and I like it soft. And if they give me one that's like dark brown and kind of burnt, I'll go, you know what? I'm going to get 2 bagels today. I won't say, can I get that one instead?
Yeah, I can't do that either.
I'll order 2. I'll just order a second meal. A lot of times I'll go, oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I'll take this, but I also
want that, what I really want. Wow.
Just think of how great the world would be if everybody had that mentality. Like, I'm right there with you. Like, I'm not a perfect guy, but if something like comes out like slightly wrong at a restaurant, like not like completely the opposite of what I ordered, I'm just fucking eating it. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. Dude, you could give me the wrong dish. I could order chicken parm. You could send me out, a fucking steak, and be like, well, this is what I'm having now, and just keep my head down and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I feel bad when other people fuck up.
Yeah, dude. When you see people treating people like that fucking like garbage, you're like, you're a fucking piece of shit. When that whole Popeye's chicken sandwich craze was going around, I'll admit I got caught up in it. You know what I mean?
You were in the middle, eye of the storm, fatso.
I wanted to check it out, and like the Popeyes on 21st Street in Queens was packed. This fucking lady walks up to the front and goes, and this is exactly how she had it. She goes, "Are those everybody out there?" And welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage? I am your host, H. Foley. This is the show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or if they're absolute garbage. I'm coming at you from beautiful Astoria, Queens, where the bodies are stacking high, my friends. My co-host coming at you from an undisclosed location somewhere in southern New Jersey. Our good pal, Kippy, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
Hey, gang. Happy to be here. Another day down in the bunker, and I'm not coming back for a long fucking time. Fuck going down with the ship, buddy. I got off first lifeboat out of town. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Please make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes, on YouTube. Full video available on YouTube. We appreciate all the support so far, guys.
Absolutely. Very special guest today. We're so happy to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read you off this fucking rap sheet on this kid right here. We got the Joe Rogan Experience. We got the Late Show with James Corden. This week at the Comedy Cellar, the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Stand-ups on Netflix, which he has an executive producer credit for, which I don't even know how you fucking get that. You got Conan. You got a Comedy Central half hour, Last Comic Standing, the Late Show with David Letterman. And he's got a brand new podcast out right now called Mindful Metal Jacket, and one of the co-hosts of Tuesdays with Stories, the fucking pride of Massachusetts. Ladies and gentlemen, Jolton Joe List, everybody.
Thank you. That was like the best intro ever. My God.
It's the only thing he's good at.
It really reminded me that I had a life at one point. By the way, I'm in Astoria too. I'm also here in Astoria.
Are you really? You guys are holding down over there?
Yeah. Everyone keeps asking if we left. I'm like, we got a pretty nice place. I don't want to go be with my parents. I don't want to kill them or be with them.
That was the big thing too. I'd like to go down to this. So my parents live in the suburbs outside of Philly, and I wouldn't mind having a little bit of fucking breathing room. Because over here, it's like everybody's on top of each other. But yeah, I don't want to go home and fucking kill my parents because, I mean, we put gloves and masks on, but we're still in the grocery store. We're still, we got to go to fucking CVS and get shit.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking. I put a mask. This is so embarrassing. Like, I have such a weak jawline. If I talk, my mask comes off. There's no chin to hold it in place. I want to kill myself.
My glasses keep fogging up when I have it on, and I'm in a fucking store. I look like a psycho.
I saw a couple of those, yeah. That's a tough look when you're like wandering around a Key Foods and you're bumping into shit.
Yeah. And there's some people get it, and then some people, you walk into a place and you're like, we wanted to get a bottle of wine, and we took a walk over towards Ditmars. So we went to another wine store that we don't normally go to. There's literally 10 people in there, no masks on, just hanging the fuck out, talking to each other. I'm like, what are you out of your fucking mind here? Fucking cooped up in a 1-bedroom in Queens. Let's go. Follow the rules. I want to get this shit back up and running.
I hate it, and I don't understand. I mean, I hate to be a bummer, but I'm like, I don't understand how it's gonna, like, if we went from 15 cases to 300,000 cases in 2 months, how are we gonna go? How would that not happen again?
Yeah. I don't understand it. It's crazy. I went to a fucking Walmart, and after being in there for 7 minutes, I'm like, the human population does not stand a fucking chance against this thing. People were so close to me, even for non-quarantine rules. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of my personal space right now. People taking their masks off and digging in their mouth and then like going back to shopping. It's terrible. What
are your projections, Joe? When do you think things will be back to normal?
I don't know. Like, I read a thing yesterday. I'm like Debbie Downer here. Like, I read a thing that said there's going to be no live events until September 2021.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Like, I think... And then Dr. Fauci said maybe in November-ish, but I feel like they're all just trying to, like, I feel like behind the scenes, they're like, ooh, we're fucked here.
Yeah. I know China's not giving out the real numbers. I'll tell you that right now. They're fucking, they're playing like the Astros. They
got somebody cooking the books. Somebody is fucking, those things are, no way those numbers are real.
Yeah, so I don't know. I guess, like, I've heard a couple things about, like, this finger prick business that takes 4 minutes, and then they're like, okay, you're clear, so maybe we'll have to get our fingers pricked before we go to a baseball game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Trying to test 320 some million people is going to be impossible, and no one's going to fucking trust it.
No, I think I'm this is what I'm doing. I'm just like, there's that old saying, do business as though the person's trying to screw you, because most likely they are. And if they're not, they'll be pleasantly surprised.
Jesus Christ.
That's how I feel. I'm like, all right, we'll be here until 2022, and I'll just be pleasantly surprised if not.
Sure. Yeah, it's not bad. Expect the worst.
That's old school garbage mentality. I fucking love that. That's like something your uncle told you one night when he had two fucking a couple of Cuddy Starks in him.
Yeah, I got all garbage life lessons.
That's the best. I want to get into that a little bit. Where exactly did you grow up in Massachusetts?
I grew up in Whitman, Massachusetts, which is the birthplace of the chocolate chip cookie. Which
shit. A man after Foley's heart right there.
The home of the Ritz.
Everyone Googles it. I get so many people that go, hey, you were right. And I'm like, well, yeah.
I'm not
just making that up. I'm not an asshole.
Yeah.
Trying to pick up girls at bars with that.
It's like South Shore, about 35 minutes south of Boston. It's right next to Brockton, Massachusetts, which was the home of Rocky Marciano and Marvin Hagler.
And you grew up, so it's kind of a suburban area.
Yeah, very suburban, yeah.
Grew up with your parents, your brothers and sisters growing up?
I got one older sister. She's 4 years older than me.
All right. So you guys, and welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage? The show where we sit down with your favorite comedians and find out if they grew up classy or if they're absolute trash. I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful, cloudy day here in Astoria, Queens. My good pal and co-host, hot-tailed out of town at the first sign of trouble. He's riding out the pandemic at an undisclosed location somewhere in the very classy Wildwood, New Jersey. Our good pal, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
Oh baby, down here in Casablanca Studios and loving every minute of it. It's fucking, it's doom and gloom down here though, for sure. It ain't looking pretty. But happy to be here. Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing. You can do that on iTunes, Spotify, and the full video is up on YouTube. We appreciate it. And also, everybody sending in their own RU garbage questions, which we appreciate. You can send them to rugarbage@gmail.com. Thanks.
Very nice, Kippy. Thank you so much. And we have a very special guest today. One of my absolute favorites. I know one of Kippy's absolute favorites. We're going to lead off this, again, another fucking laundry list of credits here. We got big guests on this show, and I love it. As far as acting-wise, you've seen him on Billions. You've seen him on Inside Amy Schumer. His stand-up comedy credits are unbelievable. You got The Tonight Show. You have his first special. Cassidy just called like a fucking idiot. You have his first special, Positive Influence, Last Call, Carson Daly, This Week at the Comedy Cellar, The Late Late Show with James Corden, Lights Out with David Spade, his brand new special, which is absolutely fantastic, called I Got This, The Conan O'Brien Show. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all well and good, but we're here to find out, is he garbage? I say absolutely no way. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Morril, everybody.
Thank you. We all are a little, right? I mean, it's funny. I think I must have been one of the last episodes of David Spade before it got canned, because it got canned so soon after I was on that you feel like a little guilt.
Wait, they canceled that show?
Yeah.
What?
A couple of weeks ago,
show.
right?
Yeah.
They canceled Lights Out.
That spot is poison. That 11:30 spot for since Colbert. Once he left, it was like you're gonna last 2 months at best.
Yeah,
but
really
that show was
there.
actually awesome, man. And plus, they had so many things that they could cut up and release digitally.
But I think, I mean, we can get into this another time, but Comedy Central's got some issues.
They're going through it a little bit.
They just laid off like everybody there. It's sad. It's horrible, but
started selling salsa the last couple of weeks. I always said this, and I know we gave when we have a comic on, Sam, it means that we really love them. We really respect what they do. I always thought when I would see the Week at the Cellar, I mean, I think you're one of the best, like, pure comedians, pure joke writers, especially in New York City. Man. And I used to think to myself, if I was running that operation, I'd be like, give this fucking kid the TV show. Everybody else would just say something topical and then jump into a bit from like 12 years ago. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. I know.
Sammy
it's
would
like
always
fucking Trump versus Biden. Anyway, like my grandpa.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Was it just a bit about your grandpa? Yeah, dude. I miss that show more than anything, mostly because it just makes you write jokes. It just keeps you current. And it's like, for someone with ADD as bad as I have, you need a homework assignment to kind of steer you in the right direction. So I miss that show so much.
I thought you were fucking great on it, man. And
thank you, dude. It's fun to write topical because you don't have to give anything away personal that's gonna like hurt.
Sure.
Sometimes you give away like a personal joke to a set, and you're like, well, no one's ever gonna see that. It hurts that's kind of like gone. Mm-hmm. But a topical joke you don't really give a shit about. You're like, that was Tuesday.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna make it in 6 months or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, I was just telling Foley that I did a terrible show in Pennsylvania, I don't know, 5 years ago, and the guy did a Lorena Bobbitt joke, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
And afterwards he goes, it was a good joke 22 years ago, it's a good joke today. I was like, oh my God.
No, it's not.
Also, guess what? Other women have cut men's dicks off since then. Just update the setup.
Yeah, just change
the
names.
You don't have to say, remember Lorena Bobbitt. You say fucking another guy's dick got cut off, and you're like, all right, that's like, now it's like 3 years old. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just put a little polish on it. You know what I mean?
I like that I said cut that part off. That's fucking ironic. Jesus.
I saw the porno that guy did after that happened to him. Still had a pretty decent piece on him. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it was him, and they ran the whole storyline. I don't know if he got fucking life rights for it or what, but it was like him in a hospital bed, like recovering from this injury, and then this nurse came in and worked on his little tiny pee-pee. It wasn't great, God. But for getting slashed off, still looked pretty decent. Little resale value on that thing. Not too bad. So, Sam, this is RU Garbage. We've had some of your cronies on here, some of your boys on here, and I got to say, yeah, you got Paul Verzi, you got Joe Lish, you got Mark Norman, Bobby Kelly, all trash. They're all garbage.
Sure. I could have told you. I could have saved you a 50-minute podcast on that.
But you, I have a lot of hope for here. All right.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the T-shirt's not helping me a little bit. I was expecting a suit and tie.
Oh,
but no,
man.
Upper East Side kid, right?
Yeah.
Grew up on the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
Straight. That's Upper East Side in the 90s too, Kippy. That was a lot of cash running around up there.
That's old money
Sure.
up there.
Oh,
Classy.
yeah.
So just tell us a little bit, like, what was it like? So you were a pure city kid. What did your mom and dad do?
My mom's an artist. My dad's a lawyer. He works for Viacom.
Jesus.
Yeah. He was doing a lot of like copyright stuff. So, ironically, my dad would be, I'd be like fighting against my dad now because I've been illegally uploading so many clips from Comedy Central, which is a part of Viacom.
Yeah, he'd be drafting letters, cease and desist orders.
So I will call my dad and be like, can I get in trouble for this? And I'll be like, probably not. Like, I will actually like go to him for like that sometimes. He is my lawyer. Like, I have friends like Mark Norman has a lawyer. Mark's dad is also a lawyer, So I don't know if Mark uses his dad though. I use my dad because he knows about entertainment law. So and people have told me not to do that because they're like, well, if he fucks up a deal, it could hurt your relationship. And I'm like, with my dad, we'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look what happened to Billy Joel. Next thing you know, your old man's sailing away with $40 million of your money.
That's true. Well, we're not gonna have that problem. But originally, like, I guess it's Flatiron now, but I called it Chelsea growing up. I was originally Chelsea, then I was Upper East Side. My mom married my dad. Product of a blended family, so he's technically my stepdad.
Okay.
And I call him dad. He's a great dad. And I have a brother and sister who are stepbrother and stepsister. But I was so young, man. I was like probably when they met, probably like 3 or 4, and they got married when I was like 7.
Wow. Yeah, so it's almost all you remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, my name was I was Sam Greenberg.
Ooh.
So like how Jewy an act would that have been?
Yeah, oh man, that's
I
Catskills all over, baby. Sam Greenberg coming at you.
I would have changed my first name to Shecky. But it's like it would have been harder to play the Midwest back then for sure.
That might even be hard to play the Midwest now with
I
that.
know.
Sam Greenberg.
I know. So yeah, I mean, I loved growing up in Manhattan. It was like
it's a different vibe. It's like that's why I'm always fascinated to have city kids on the show because it is such a different thing, and there's garbage in it, and like to say that like your mom got remarried and stuff like that, you could look at stepdad, stepmom, stuff like that as trashy, but when you're dealing with an entertainment lawyer and an artist, it kind of raises the class a little bit, and that's the kind of shit you see in the city.
Well, I had a biological father leave, so that definitely, if we're talking about that, you don't see that in Manhattan stereotypically. So
yeah, that's borough shit. Keep that. That shit's bridge and tunnel right there, dude.
Keep that in Staten Island.
Yeah. Well, you have a very Manhattan. I mean, even like you're like my mom's an artist, my dad's an entertainment lawyer. I grew up in Chelsea or Flat. That's like the beginning of like a bad movie. That's like what a bad scriptwriter would, I mean? Like, she's an artist, he's a lawyer, they live in Manhattan,
So I can't sell a fucking TV show. But they're like, this is hacky. I'm like, it's my life.
Jesus Christ.
It's very Igby Goes Down to me.
And
I get a little bit of a Cruel Intentions vibe from you as well. In a good way.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I remember loving that movie as a kid. It hit me right at the right age. And then I read Dangerous Liaisons years later, and I was like, this movie fucking sucks. It just ripping off Malkovich. It's a way better script. But I went to like a preppy Upper East Side school, and
you went to a private school, right?
I did, yeah. And
all right.
But here's the thing, I definitely rebelled against it. If we're going like trash versus no trash, I definitely rebelled against it. I was there was definitely some cocaine floating around that high school, and I
must have been awesome, man.
We're all friends here, baby.
Like in the beginning, like the kids in traffic. That's what I imagine. you and Topher Grace hanging out, fucking freebasing.
That was a good movie right there.
Oh, that was a great fucking movie.
Man, I love how much Foley loves movies. But yeah, I mean, it's funny. People would always say to me like Gossip Girl, and that's how I know the girl would be like too young for me. I'd be like, I don't fucking know what you're talking about, But I never did coke once. I've never done it in my life because I knew a kid who fucking, this is dark here, but I knew a kid who, like, I was in probably like 7th grade. He was in 8th, and he fucking jumped out of a window because he did too much coke. 30 stories.
8th grade?
He was in 8th, yeah. So I know what you're thinking. He didn't make it.
Yeah,
And,
what's he doing now?
that fucked me up. That was one of those things where I was like, oh man, I'm not touching coke. And there was a baseball coach in my school who was just like the coolest guy, and he just liked me because I was a bad kid, and I think he just thought it was funny. He was a rebel too, because it was like a stuffy private school, and he was like a vulgar Jewish coach. He talked like George Carlin. That was the tone of his voice.
Yeah.
He would say shit like he would say something racist in class, and then turn to one of the black kids and go, "Oh, I'm racist? I went to fucking Memphis. 14 white guys, 8 Christians, 1 Jew." And we'd be like, yeah, it's still racist. So you still can't say that shit, yeah.
Yeah, you're just doubling down on the racism at this point. Yeah.
But yeah, he kind of steered me on a good path. I mean, I still got fucked up, but it was mostly like I smoked so much weed in high school. I drank so much in high school. Like 8th grade on, I was pretty bad.
That's always weird to me. Did you get where would you get beer? Like the bodegas? Like you would find a bodega to sell you, or like?
First, I mean, you name it. We all had fake IDs. On top of that,
yeah, these are city
Manhattan kids. I know.
With fake IDs. He was taking the subway when he was probably fucking 7 years old.
Yeah, it's true. We were. And
crazy.
So yeah, we all had fake IDs. If that didn't work, you loiter outside a bodega and you look for someone with kind eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
There's always ways. There's always someone who knows. I remember there was a Chinese restaurant. It was like a little shithole called Simon's, which is like, what Chinese restaurant is called Simon's?
Yeah, come on down to Barry's for all you can eat dumplings. Like what?
O'Hallahan's Chinese food, delicious.
But anyway, we'd go there. I remember, and we wouldn't eat Chinese food. We just sit down. I'd be like, Bud Light, please, and they'd be like, all right.
That's awesome. Getting toasted at a Chinese place.
Always someone's parents were out of town, and they had to, like, I mean, it was we were bad kids. We found ways, I remember being like, I mean, this is fucking embarrassing, but like we would get in like dealers' cars. It was a different time. I would just get in like and buy weed. This is like when buying weed was a big deal. This is now you walk into a dispensary and it's just like, oh yeah, here, take whatever you want. They're like, Dan Soder's got that joke how they're like sommeliers now, but like. I remember I'd go in there and my friend would be like, fuck, he just got in a car. He's driving through the park with this guy. I hope he comes out.
Yeah, no shit.
We didn't know that guy. And you're doing it for a 40 of something called sour diesel or whatever the fuck it was called back then. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we were bad kids for sure. I mean, what's weird is a lot of the kids from my high school like either had serious drug problems or fucking overdosed.
Jesus, this is like fucking the beginning of Sleepers.
I know you can't even say the kid that jumped off the building is trash though, because he said he was on the 30th floor. That's pretty money, fucking baby. Classic. Most suburban kids, they're living in ranch houses.
Split level. You can't kill yourself jumping off a 9-foot roof.
You tear an ACL, then you're fucking yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into some questions here, and I think we've geared the questions perfectly towards the city environment. Let's go on. I want to start with some of the basics. Your mom's an artist. Your dad's a lawyer. Was there a maid involved? Did a maid live with you guys? We
had a nanny here and there, but it was never like an all around like the clock maid. But we occasionally had a maid. Yeah, sometimes.
Who was it?
I'm sorry.
Was it the kind of maid that you would have to clean up before they came, or would they like come and like pick up your laundry off the floor?
My mom would want me to clean my room before she came.
Yeah, that was the same. Right. That's
respectable.
I fucking hated that.
Yeah.
Like shell out another $20 and have them do it. What are we doing here?
Was your mom cooking?
Yeah,
your mom cooked. All right.
I'm a decent cook, and it's because I'm not good, but like quarantine, I'm living with a girl who's like, I'm living with my girlfriend Taylor, and she smokes a decent amount of pot or edibles or whatever, and she's also like she's vegan minus like eggs, so she thinks anything I cook is like amazing.
Oh yeah,
okay.
There you go.
Because the bar is fucking low.
The bar is real low, so it's.
But like, my mom can cook. She's like she makes like good healthy meals. She's in great shape. So is my dad. They're healthy.
So growing up, were you buttering or margarine?
Butter.
Okay.
Did you ever have Did you ever have the spray? I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, everyone had that spray. Come on,
dude. My mom would never buy it. I went to my buddy's house. I was like, "What?" I'm like, I thought it was like Windex or something. I'm like, I'm not fucking putting this on my toast.
Yeah, you don't put it on your toast. You do it for like eggs or something, you know.
Yeah,
but,
like Pam or whatever it's called.
Now it's all olive oil. I only really,
yeah,
just because like you can put it on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck was olive oil? Where was olive oil in the 80s or 90s? We didn't know anything. It was like vegetable oil. We were eating. I remember like my parents like doing vegetables in vegetable oil. It would have like this weird taste. You'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, the Mediterraneans, I mean, they did it right for so long. We didn't. We act like we always did. Same. Where the fuck was sea salt in our chocolate until like 5 years ago?
Dude, you get a chocolate bar with a hint of sea salt. It's like $7.99, but fucking
I know.
It's the best $8 I ever spent, dude.
Why can't Snickers or Twix just throw some salt on their chocolate? It's charges 10 more cents because that's what salt costs.
I know.
My girlfriend's been making cookies. I almost said I made them. I almost took credit for her fucking cookies.
She's salt making on
cookies. Them? She sprinkles some salt on them. They're amazing.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
It's really good.
Dude, I remember when Flips came out. They were like the first generic or the first like mass produced like you could buy a bag of chocolate covered pretzels.
I still get them.
The best thing about them is they left the salt on. They were like the only people to ever keep the salt on. So I would took my first bite of a Flips on a school trip to like the Renaissance Fair or something and fucking blew my hair back.
Flips changed the game.
As good as it gets for a snack. Flips are like my favorite, man. I'm obsessed with this new one. That's like they're like Hershey's Gold or whatever. And it's got like little pretzel pieces in the Hershey's. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, we're only a couple questions in. Sammy's got some expensive taste, and that's fucking that ain't trash.
Where did your mom go? Where did your mom go to the grocery store in the city? Where'd you go? Zabar's?
Zabar's was like a treat. Zabar's was like my dad would go running sometimes, and he would stop in Zabar's, and like it was like a treat if we get like lox and bagels and shit. That was like a sometimes Sunday treat, you know?
Oh, that's fucking classy.
No,
man.
We went to like, she would keep it like.
D'Agostino's?
Yeah, we did a little bit of everything. I don't think we had like a go-to grocery store. I think it was like wherever. There was a trashy one by us called Associated, and we went there for a while, and then she was like, this place sucks.
Those are tough, man. The Associated, yeah. It's just like cardboard boxes of produce. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I want to say this kid's not garbage at all because I remember when I first came to the city and I went to an Associated, I thought it was like the Taj Mahal.
Really?
Like, oh, look at this place.
Oh, man.
You're saying Associated is garbage.
The produce was trash. It was always like, always rotten and shit. It's not a good grocery store.
Yeah.
The worst grocery store in the city, as everyone in New York should know, is Gristedes, without question.
Yeah.
Because and by the way, I remember John Katsimatidis or whatever, the guy who runs it, ran for mayor a few years back. He looks like a fucking catfish. Look him up if you don't know what he looks like. But Gristedes is like, not only is it like on the level of bad that Associated is, it's like Whole Foods back in the day expensive. Like Whole Foods, once Amazon bought it, the prices came down a little at least. Now it's like fucking Gristedes is like expensive and horrible.
Yeah, the only time I ever been, I lived briefly in Brooklyn Heights, which is like super fucking nice. You know what I mean? It's all just like millionaires and shit. And so it was that's what was in the neighborhood. So that was really nice. So that was the only time I thought it was a nice fucking spot to go. I didn't realize it was trashy.
It's Gristedes isn't trashy. You're saying what do you say? Gristedes is trashy? It's just fucking over. It's like insanely expensive.
Okay.
It's like they act like they're Whole Foods, and Whole Foods at least has some good quality shit in there, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, he said Whole Foods like a rich guy. Did you hear he said that? Whole Foods. Yeah, very classy.
Man. Look, I'll fucking go to any grocery store at this. I'm going to like weird ass ones in LA right now because you just want to get the point of now when you're in LA, like Whole Foods
gardening co-ops.
Believe me, I want to go to Whole Foods more than ever right now. But the problem is, like, that's where everyone in fucking LA. There's so many people like, this is the only grocery store I know of, and you're like, no, you got to go to the fucking shithole grocery stores now.
Yeah.
Because those are the ones that have everything. It's untouched. I got sick as fuck from going to one of the mainstream ones, Vaughn's. Have you heard of Vaughn's?
Yeah.
That sounds bad.
It's pretty good. It's one of the big ones here. It's pretty nice. But that's the problem. It's one of the big ones. So it's like I got I was on my ass. I think I had COVID.
Yikes.
Oh, Jesus,
Yeah,
really?
it was the sickest I've been in a year. It only lasted like a day and a half, but it was like I was at like a 101 temperature. I was hurting.
Good immune system. This kid ain't garbage. I'll tell you that right now. This guy was popping Flintstones when he was a kid.
Took down COVID in a day and a half. That's fucking.
I don't have a good immune system, man. I'm always sick. I mean, you guys know how it is. You're on the road. It's like if you're on the road, you're always sick. So I'm nervous about this shit right here.
Yeah, it's true. You haven't been flying. You've been over there. Stay off. I've seen people still flying.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, if they're with like the CDC, fine. But anyone else, what the fuck are you doing?
Exactly. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you see they're opening up they just announced Carnival's opening up cruises again in August.
Yeah, I tagged Joe Mackey and I said you could finally work again.
Dude, cruises were garbage before this. I used to, ever since I was a kid, I would see, 2,500 people sick with bacteria on cruise ship. We never went, we couldn't afford it, but we were never going on a fucking cruise ship.
Cruise ships are, have you ever performed on a cruise?
No.
I don't even think I would go. Like,
I only did one. I did that in Practical Jokers cruise.
That's the only one I would do. It was like
you're with a great group of people, but it's still a fucking boat. Like I hate boats, man. I don't like it. And also, I think everyone gained a hot 12 at least.
Yeah.
Because there's food in every room. You go into like a banquet hall room, and you're like, why is there fried chicken in here? They're trying to fatten you up. It's weird.
That's why, I would love to do it just for the buffet, man. Fucking hit the all-you-can-eat shrimp.
There's a basketball court on the boat though. There's some shit that you're like, this is kind of cool.
Yeah, I've only ever seen commercials, and I'm like, that's fucking wild. They'll have like the slide that goes into the pool on the boat. I'm like, what? This is bizarre.
Yeah, the slide goes over the side of the boat, underneath the boat, through the propeller room, fucking back up. That's cool. But that's the fucking botulism.
That's where she's stuck.
All right, Kippy, hit him.
All right, have you ever bought or sold anything on Craigslist?
I've definitely sold furniture on there. I don't know if I've bought anything on there.
I've done it a couple of times.
I've sold stuff on there for sure. Yeah.
I've bought stuff where you had to like go to their apartment, and I'm like, every time before I walk in the door, I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? What am I doing?
Nobody's still doing that now, right?
I mean, not during fucking COVID.
Well, I mean, women sure as fuck don't.
I thought Craigslist got shut down. Didn't Craigslist get shut down?
No, I think you can still like look at apartments. Or maybe not. I don't know. I
know the escorts got shut down.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I heard too.
Well, that's not all. That's not the only thing you use Craigslist for.
That's all you should be using it for. Otherwise, you're fucking garbage. Sam, have you ever ran down the subway tunnels when you were a kid?
Ran down the tunnels?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You what?
Really?
Oh wait, no,
like in the tracks.
Oh no, of course not. I think you meant on the train. No, God no. Who the fuck does that? What is this? The Warriors? No, God no.
Well, my next question was, have you ever fought a rival gang member? I guess I'll scratch that.
What fucking gang? The fucking Upper West Side?
Yeah,
come on.
The Van Buren boys.
Oh man,
yeah, I'm with them now.
I'm rewatching Seinfeld, so that fucking landed extra hard here.
Dude, I just went back a couple of weeks ago and did it. It's fucking. I mean, I crushed every season in like 2 weeks.
So good. Sopranos and Seinfeld are like my warm blanket rewatches.
Dude, I'm so like because I talk. I mean, like a lot of people, especially comedians, are of our age and our generation, were so influenced by the show Seinfeld. Well, my wife is from Europe, so she's never seen it. So like she started watching. She's like, "You've just been quoting this show." She's like, "I thought you were like coming up with all these lines and references."
Oh, dude.
I'm just stealing them from fucking Seinfeld.
Dude, my girlfriend's younger than me. I made her watch Glengarry Glen Ross last night, and she, like 10 minutes in, was like, "Always be closing is from this."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty great.
Yeah,
fucking
awesome.
mammoth.
Oh, that's awesome. So have you ever taken any pictures down at the subway? Like, do you have any photos of like you and your friends hanging out, like on the train tracks or down in the subways?
No, I never went on the track. I remember there was
All
a
right.
movie. There was a movie. I forgot the name of it, but like where they said the third rail would electrocute you, and that was enough to scare me.
Yeah,
That was it
I
for
still believe
smart.
that is true. That's you don't fuck with the third rail.
That's
You know,
100% true.
Yeah.
I've obviously seen people go down there, but you don't. You're always like, good luck to that fucker, and you better not get hit because I got somewhere to be. You know what I mean? So
As a kid, you would go from train to train, like between walk from what?
yeah, but that's really bad now. But people, it's not even. I mean, people still do it, but that wasn't like as big a deal back
Yeah.
then. I'm sure. I mean, it probably was more dangerous back then, but it wasn't
For
as frowned
sure.
upon.
Did you ever break dance on the train? Were you one of the Showtime guys?
Never officially, but I'm sure. Like when you're a kid, you're silly. Yeah, I mean, we did silly shit on the train, but no, never officially.
Did you
And I
ever
wasn't
sell?
good.
Did you ever sell anything on the trains? Did you ever sell candy on the trains?
No, never sold anything on the trains. I used to do when
This
I was a
guy's
little kid.
class. Come on.
I would sell shit on the street, like when I was a kid in summers, like really young, like lemonade and shit. But I would never do
Okay.
He's a young businessman. He's a young
Yeah, I
professional.
like
He's an entrepreneur. I like it.
never candy. No,
Never got into the candy game on the subway.
no, I never broke into it.
All
As
right,
is-
I got one.
Go ahead, Kippy.
Have you ever had Thanksgiving dinner at a restaurant?
Shit. One year we did Chinese food, I think, because something went wrong with the turkey. So one year we did Chinese, but that's like that's a fucking like I wanted to omit that the second it came out of my mouth because now we sound like Jewish stereotypes that were like fuck the Thanksgiving story, fuck the turkey. Let's get some General Tso's. You know,
Let's go to Simon's or whatever it was.
Christmas-
Simon.
Let's go get some Bud Light and some fucking General's out.
Christmas Day.
Sorry, what did you say?
Christmas Day. Would you hit Chinese in a movie though?
Yeah, of course.
I was
Yeah.
always so jealous of my friends that got to do that.
Yeah,
Seemed
I love
awesome.
it. I love.
Why is
Greg
that the
Rogel.
tradition? Do you know why?
Because they're the only places open.
Yeah, well, movies.
Christmas.
Well, I think for a couple of reasons. First off, you get a lot of good movies that come out around that time of year.
Yeah.
So it's and like you're with your family, and Chinese is just like it's a celebratory Jewish meal. I think it goes back to like a lot of Jews and Asians settling around the same time, and Chinese being cheap but easy to get, and then
Yeah.
it just stuck with Jews as like a traditional meal. So
Weird that
Chinese is the go-to for sure. To this
Yeah.
day, I love Chinese is probably my favorite.
I say
always
that's
felt-
classy.
Thanksgiving dinner in that I've always like you would see that in movies. The only time I would see that as a kid would be in movies from like in New York.
Mhm.
Like people would go to have Thanksgiving dinner at a restaurant, and that blew my fucking mind.
No, we didn't. I think it was one year, I think, and it was because like the oven was fucked or something. I mean,
Yeah,
it was something.
something
It was some dumb reason. No, we normally do it at home.
Yeah.
We would go to Boston usually. That's where my dad's folks were from, so we'd usually go to Boston for Thanksgiving.
Nice. Classy again. This kid's hitting all the buttons. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
All right. What about growing up? What was the earliest that you went to a strip club in the city? When did you go to Scores for the first time? I know that was big when you were a kid.
I've never
probably.
been there. I went.
No?
I went to one when I was probably like 18 or so.
All right.
know?
Have you ever
Uh,
eaten at a strip club?
Yeah, once.
Oh.
What? Oh, come on, Sam.
Here's
You're
what happened.
killing me.
Here's what happened. Is that good or bad?
That's bad. What do you mean?
What do you have? They had good Chinese food. What can I say?
Well, no, here's what happened. My friend Dennis, growing up, his dad was like, he was like a Mad Men character. He was like a fucking, I mean, rest in peace. He was a great guy, but he was a total party animal, and he loved us and invited us one night. He's like, meet me at this steakhouse. And we're like, what steakhouse is on 47th and 10th? And or wherever he was. And
Sure. That's such one of those blocks that, yeah.
my friend and I, Dennis, we showed up in a t-shirt like this, a white t-shirt, and both in like cargo shorts. And they're like, you can't come in here. It was the Penthouse Club. And they loaned us Penthouse polo shirts to walk in. Like that really cleaned us up. Now we don't
sure.
work there.
God.
But
Did one of the gypsies steal your shirt and you couldn't get it back? Seinfeld reference.
So we go up there, and anyway, the dad was like, I got you crab cakes. We're like,
Oh,
so that was the one time I had a strip club.
Dude, that's fucking garbage.
that's tough. The only time I ever did was in New York. We were at that bachelor party, stumbling around all day, we started drinking at like 10.
Yeah.
We made it to a strip club at like 4, and I could like barely see, and I like looked in the back, and there was just like set up like catering. You know what I mean? There was like a couple of, I don't know, tacos or something. I just fucking drunk. I could barely see. I'm like, I need to get something in me before I throw up on these fucking strippers.
Oh, it's fucking trash.
It's not good.
No.
I'm not a fan of strip clubs. It's not my thing. But you obviously, it's like part of your growing up process as a man. You got
from 18 to 25. After that, it's
After that, it's rough.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever gotten into a fight with a bouncer in the city?
Definitely not physically, but I've seen that, and that does not look like it ends well.
Never have I seen the Patriots.
If you're fighting the bouncer, you're fucking trash.
Let me think. Have I ever? I've gotten in like arguments with them for sure when you're like young and had too much to drink, but no. I mean, I knew my frame from a young age, and I knew my limitations. Sure. But no.
Have you ever ordered a screwdriver at the bar?
Jeez, I don't think so. And
that's a dead giveaway. You're either underage or a piece of garbage if you're ordering a screwdriver.
My move when I was underage was to order a drink that made me sound old. So when I was like 18, I'd be like, "Give me a gin gimlet," and they're like, "What?" So I would try to just order something that made me sound like, or I'd be like, "Fucking, you can't order anything sweet, or that's a giveaway that you're young."
Mm-hmm, sure.
Although I'll tell you, whose go-to drink was a screwdriver. Slash from Guns N' Roses. So you can only do it if you're underage or a rock star. You're a rock star, you can drink whatever you want.
You can drink whatever the fuck you want, yeah.
A Jim Gimlet. Give me a Jim Gimlet and a TV guide, please. Thank you.
It's only gin and lime juice, but it makes you sound worldly.
Of course. I just got a little nervous hearing it. Dude, I was at the Lantern the one time, and I was on stage, and like these like 5 clearly underage girls came in, and they were like, the waitress came and was like, "What do you want to drink?" And she's like, "Oh, do you have anything on special?" She's like, "Oh, we have $5 well drinks." They go, "Okay, we'll take 3 of those." And I was like, you have no idea what a well drink is. Okay. That's
hilarious.
Yeah. She goes, "Okay, 3 of those."
One time I was 20, I think, and I used to run this show with Harrison Greenbaum, who's a magician, and we went to a bar after the show, and I had a fake ID, and he didn't. And he takes out a wallet, and it just lights on fire, and the bouncer's like, "All right, go inside."
Wow, that's pretty fucking
He was
cool.
impressed enough with the trick that he was like, "All right, you can drink underage."
That's awesome. Nobody does that trick unless they're going through a divorce, so he's got to be over it.
What was the neighborhood you would go drink at? Was there like a neighbor? Was it like the East Village where there was a bunch of shitty bars that you could get in? Because I know there was a bunch on the Upper West Side too, I think.
Yeah,
those like Jake's Dilemmas and stuff like that.
The Gin Mill, I know all those. Yeah, those have been around for freaking ever. I think those were like harder on IDs. I think they were like, that was a rep. I remember there was a bar in the East Village called Bar None that we used to hit up.
Yeah.
And it was, that was easy to get into. That was like, there was
I
never
think it's
an
still
issue
there. And I think they still do shows. Yeah.
They do comedy shows there?
Yeah, I think in the back.
Oh man, how funny is that to do stand-up at a place you used to drink underage? It's fucking weird. I think I might have done a show there once now that you mention it. But there were, I mean, when you start with like hookah bars because they don't give a shit. And then you're like, all right, now Chinese restaurants. Now let's work our way up to like a shitty fake disco. And we've made it. It's like Scarface.
Did you ever go to Limelight or any place like that? Or was that done by the time?
I think it might have still been around, but it wasn't like a pop. I was not a club guy. To this day, I hate clubs. I don't like places where your personality is taken out of the equation.
Sure.
I never had the confidence to just walk up to a girl and like present myself. I needed like
hit a 2-step and go, "What do you think, sweetheart?"
That's pretty good, man. I never articulate it like that. I love that. Your personality's out of the equation. I'm dead in the water.
Exactly. I felt like my only chance was to open it with something funny. And then she's like, "This guy's all right." So I was never I'd been to a couple, but I was miserable. I hated it.
Sam's picking up chicks at diners on the Upper East Side.
Quarantine, yeah. When you go out to a restaurant, do you ever order the special? That's a classy move right there.
Is it? I usually don't. I don't think. I can't. I'm sure I have in my life. It's not my. I usually have my mind made up pretty quickly. I'm usually a quick decision eater. I'm easy with food. I can eat. I appreciate good food, but I can honestly eat anything.
Yeah.
Are you a chicken fingers kid?
When I was a kid, fuck yeah, not anymore. Now it's like, it's funny. Now I used to get so excited by unhealthy food. Now I see fucking fried food and I'm just like, fucking kid. I ate this shit for so many fucking years because it was all the club had. When you got to perform for an hour after eating fried food, it's like fucking, it's just not good for you. You feel like you feel like gas in your chest and you're like, oh.
I feel like coming out of my pores and my fingers and stuff. I'm like, you can I feel the oil that, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm in the deep fryer after I eat like French fries or something.
It's definitely not olive oil either.
It's definitely not
real
it's
food.
It's not extra virgin either.
If I'm going to eat like shit, I don't want to regret it a ton. Like if I get like a burger, like In-N-Out at least, or like Shake Shack, at least that's like a burger I'm not going to like regret, you know?
Yeah.
Or I don't know. If I'm going to do fast food or something, I want to do it right.
Okay.
All right, I got one for you. I think this is very garbage, especially you being a city kid, Upper East Side. Did you ever, in your formative years, date a girl who lived in either New Jersey or Long Island that you would have to go out and see her out there and like maybe spend the night out there?
God, no way. All
right. I believe you call it Bridge and Tunnel. Is that right?
I believe I called it. I'm fucking lazy is what I call it. I'm not hopping on the PATH train or whatever fucking train.
I knew guys that did that. Like
I have family there. I'll go see my family, but that's about it.
All right. Growing up, were you a Shark Bites household or a Gushers family?
Ooh.
I love them both, honestly.
Yeah.
Did you get them?
Bites.
Did your mom buy them growing up?
No, my mom was very healthy. If I had to sneak a lot of sugary stuff into the house. My mom was very, very healthy. I would buy them, but my favorite like candies type things like that or like junk food things were like I love Gushers, I love Shark Bites, I love Dunkaroos, I love fruit roll-ups, fruit by the foot. That was all my shit right there.
Yeah,
and obviously like cookies, Chips Ahoy for sure.
The best we would get is a fruit roll-up. We never got fucking Gushers or Shark Bites. Were like that was like Kruger Ant. There was no way we were ever fucking seeing that in the house because we'd eat the whole thing. We'd eat the whole box.
Really? You couldn't control yourself around sugary treats, Foley? You seem like such a guy who comes with self-restraint when it comes to that stuff.
All right. That's neither here nor there. Let's keep working this kid here. Have you ever ran out onto the field at a sporting event?
God, have I? Closest I got was the dugout. One time we snuck down to the dugout and I got a fist bump from Jorge Posada. That was we were high up and it was a blowout. So the Yankees were winning by a shitload and he was already my favorite player. So it was like, no, I never got in the field, but one time I got in the field was like on the field day at a Mets game that my friend took me to. So that was like the closest.
Yeah, no, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
I'm talking about streaking across fucking Yankee Stadium, screaming "Baba Booey," getting arrested.
No, closest I got was a Posada fist bump, but that was pretty big.
That's clean living,
legit.
Though. Yeah,
I was a big Yankees fan, so that was pretty damn cool.
When you go to a game, do you go like as a kid or whatever? Would you buy cheap tickets, and then knowingly try to sneak down?
Yeah, that was a move usually. Yeah,
that's garbage. I like it. That's good. That's
I mean, like, dude, I did it like I don't know last summer or something. Went to a Mets game, like just because I had the night off. My buddy's like, "We're going." I'm like, "All right, I'm in." And we went and we bought like the $17 tickets, and the next thing you know, we're like 30 rows back or something out, on like the first baseline. It was great.
That's a good thing about baseball is you get 162 games, so. Like, no, who the fuck goes to every game? You got to be like insanely diehard.
Yeah, or have autism, one or the other.
Yeah.
I never understood why the security guys gave a shit. It's like, it's the fucking 7th inning. They ain't coming. I can't get up there and fucking hang out.
Yeah. They usually don't give a shit. I don't know if they
I feel like
did that recently.
I feel like at the Philly Stadium at the Vet, they were like fucking FBI. They like didn't want you anywhere near the fucking field. It was brutal.
Dude, you want to talk about that just shook this memory. How garbage my family is. My uncle was a cop in the Philly PD. So for big Eagles games, he would sneak up because Philly, the Veteran Stadium had a jail in it. It had a jail and a judge and a courthouse. Like, because so many people get arrested, they would process you immediately. So like they didn't have to like all ship you to fucking jail or whatever. He would take us in through the jail entrance. He would sneak us in and then we would just like sit in the handicap section or something.
I bet that's a pretty good section, though.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was definitely there was no view obstruction at all.
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever been involved in or been to a topless or bikini car wash?
No.
Excellent.
But I also like can't even
Garbage.
drive. So car questions are like, they're like hard for me.
That's such a New York kid thing.
I can't really,
drive.
I have a license, but it was like, I got it late as hell and she gave it to me out of pity, the instructor. I went into the car like, I failed twice, please don't fail me. And she laughed and I was like, oh, I'm good. So that was like.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, break the ice.
Yeah.
Did you have jobs growing up as a kid? Did you work or no? Did you ever work
Summer
in a call
jobs.
center?
A call center?
Yeah.
Like cold calls?
Yeah.
No, I didn't do that.
All right. That's funny. Kevin, can you answer that question?
No, that's a tough one. Yeah, I've definitely been involved in some illegal scams over the phone that I found out after the second week.
I think I tried to be a knife salesman for like a week and I just didn't have it. I think
that's
that was like one of the only.
That's trash. A Cutco knife salesman, buddy. That's the king of the garbage right there.
I was young as hell though. I still had this voice though, and I was like, I ain't selling shit.
Yeah. You want some knives? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Working with grown men as a kid. We've said this before. There's no better education when you're like a 15, 17-year-old kid and you're working with grown fucking men. It's like a real eye-opener.
Yeah, unless you're Haley Joel Osment. You're like, get me the fuck out of here.
All right, I think I only got one or two more.
Cool.
Do you ever wear a chain wallet?
Never.
Do you ever wear a jean jacket with no sleeves?
No.
Have you ever had quiche?
I love quiche.
Garbage.
No, quiche is clean living, dude.
No, you make it the night before. What are you talking about?
That's
nuts. Trash.
I used to date a girl who would make a lot of quiche, and I liked it. Yeah, it was good.
Big fan. Have you ever owned a futon?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ever had a rat tail as a haircut?
I would look like Fraser Crane, so no. It wouldn't look like a rat tail. It would look like a little curly poof in the back of my head. I'm getting it now. Jeez.
Frasier was a great show.
I see Jerry's little like curly mullet on Seinfeld. I'm like, yeah, that's what would happen to me. That was a weird, because Jerry's he looks really good now. He's like aged really well.
He did age really well.
They all look so 90s on that show that you're like, oh, that's fucking weird. That's what you do with curly hair back then.
He didn't use it, but Jerry had a tight little body, man. Remember when he shaved his chest? He was fucking pretty jacked. Yeah. And he never had to put any product in that hair. It was just like, it was like naturally 90s.
Yeah, dude, that show is just fucking. Every time Kramer just kills me, I'm like, why did he have to do that laugh factory?
I know, dude.
You heard everyone. You heard everyone involved when you think about making a show that great. Like, dude, the entire cast of the Cosby Show is shit out of luck on royalties.
Yep.
Bill Cosby was a fucking rapist. You know that, like, when Kramer went on that rant, everyone on Seinfeld's like, don't fuck up our royalties.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know. It's still, but they still play it.
That didn't even fucking.
I know, but you never know when something like that happens. I'm sure some people, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fucking even know where to begin. That's not how you take down a heckler, is what I would say. But
well, that's the guy that from Cosby Show that was working at Trader Joe's. That was the reason he was working at Trader Joe's, is because fucking they stopped running the Cosby Show, so his residual was dried up. So he had to fucking take a regular job.
It's brutal.
Fucking Cosby couldn't hear no. Fucking creep.
God damn, I know. Cosby should just fucking give that guy like $1 million.
I know.
Bill Cosby's in jail. How garbage is that? How crazy is that to think? Bill Cosby is in prison right now.
And he deserves it. It's not even, I guess you'd have to be that famous and go away, but like, dude, here's the crazy thing about Cosby. He's maybe the most horrible serial rapist of our lifetime.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And was also America's dad at one point, which is,
And he also got mad at Eddie Murphy for cursing.
Yeah, he used to break his balls.
Anyone who's like holier than that,
they have some dirt on them.
Usually, not always, but usually.
I still wouldn't mind getting my hands on a couple of Jello pudding pops. I'm not going to lie to you on that.
That's understandable. Those
are all right.
Yeah.
All right, I just got a couple more here. Have you ever had tuna casserole?
Yeah, I like it.
What about sherbet? Were you a sherbet family?
I didn't like sherbet. I never liked it.
Yeah.
It's just shitty ice cream.
It's just bad ice cream.
I love it, but I'm garbage, and I'm really pulling for you not to be garbage. So I'm glad you didn't.
I don't think it's like horrible, but like it's just not for me. I like ice cream. I'm also technically lactose intolerant, but I just fought it for so many years that I'm good now.
You got immunity to it?
I think I beat it. I think I beat lactose intolerance. My girlfriend is bad with lactose intolerance. So we got like a bunch of oat milk ice cream in the fridge. And I got to tell you, it's fucking good.
Dude, it's not bad.
Yeah.
What's it? The Oatly or something? There's one brand that's
Something like
really
that.
fucking good.
I'll tell you what the best one is, if you can find it.
Hit
This
me.
is the Van Leeuwen's vegan shit is unreal. There's a
That
Van
sounds
Leeuwen's
like
right
it's
next to the
$40
soda.
a pint.
It's expensive. It's like probably like they have it at Whole Foods. They have it at like one of the grocery stores out here, and they have it at one of those like kind of nice little grocery stores by me in New York. But it's like, yeah, it's fucking incredible.
I got to give it a whirl.
Sounds real classy. I like
Oh,
that.
you better believe I checked to see if it was German or not. I didn't want my fucking Jewish blood getting an immunity only to be
war
buttered up by the
profiteering. Yeah.
Germans.
Hippie, you got anything else?
I got just one more. Have you
Me
ever
too. I
had
got
three?
one more.
Have you ever had 3D Doritos? That had new
I
money
remember
written all
those.
over it. You
I
don't
don't
remember
think-
those?
I remember them, but I don't. Let me wait. Hold on. Let me look it up real quick. Sorry. I want to see what they look like so I can give you.
They were like
absolute-
They were
tiny,
huge.
but like they were like puffed up. It'd be like kind of a mini Dorito, and then they puffed that up.
Yep, I've had these.
Oh man, there was like a wax coating in the middle of them. They were not fucking good.
I gotta tell you, I got on board with some trashy new stuff. Like I remember when Mountain Dew Code Red came out. I was
Oh, dude, trash.
like, I'm all
trash.
about it.
One of those ice cold, a nice 20 ounce of that at some fucking Turnpike gas station.
I loved it.
Do they still make it?
Yeah.
They have like a blue one now too.
Yeah.
I remember doing a road gig like 9 years ago with Joe List, and he pulled over and bought a Mountain Dew, and I was like, really? I didn't expect it. I was kind of like, good for you. Because I'm
I
a
love
coffee
good
guy.
MD.
I do coffee for my, I drink a ton of coffee now, but like back in the day when sugar didn't fuck me up like it does, now it just makes, like you get that initial high, which is great, but then like 20 minutes later, I'm just like, I'm sad, you know?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
what sugar does to me now.
I get sad and I feel sticky. I'm like, I can feel the sugar like coming out of my pores.
That's so true. Yeah, it sucks.
Mountain Dew's fucking garbage, man. If you're drinking Mountain Dew, it's fucking... My last question for you, Sam, and I'm going to
Okay.
say right now, no way, this kid's not garbage at all.
Oh, wow.
All right, Kippy, what do you think?
Yeah. It's almost, he's got a couple of blemishes in the file, but pretty Teflon.
Just don't blow it here.
Okay.
Sam Morrell, have you ever been involved with Tiger Schulman karate? Any karate school? Or, this is the big one,
Okay.
Sam, have you ever practiced karate in public?
I did like kickboxing when I was a kid, but it wasn't like a karate
Alright.
school.
Kickboxing was cool. That was tough.
Kickboxing was cool.
Yeah.
You
No,
were
never.
one of those kids wearing a gi in Central Park fucking working on his moves.
Never.
Alright.
Never. I'm also, I feel like I hate that shit because it's like fucking learn it in private and then dazzle someone when shit goes down.
Yeah, exactly. You know what
I
I
was
mean?
never into that. I don't like also like so many people who just take a martial art, they take it for like 2 weeks and they're like, let me try this move on you. And you're like, yeah, that's not how it works, dude.
Yeah. Hit the fucking bricks. Work on the dummy for a couple of weeks before you try it out on real people.
I hate the guys fucking practicing juggling in the park. I'm always like, yo, take that shit fucking down by the river. And fucking take your bowling pin somewhere else.
I know. There's always a guy in Washington Square Park. It's him and his girlfriend or him and his wife tossing bowling pins back to each other, and I cringe every time I see it.
That guy's getting laid. You believe that? If I told my girlfriend, hey, I want you to go out, we're gonna juggle together, I'd be fucking dropped in 2 seconds.
Dude, he's looking at you saying the same thing. Him and his girl, like, you believe that guy's getting laid right there? The guy with the 9 chins and no teeth? He's getting laid?
Oh my God. Sam Morrell, not garbage, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything you want the folks out there to know that they might not already know? I don't know how that's possible.
I
Go
got
ahead.
a special. It's on Comedy Central. It's free. It's just Sam Morrell. I got this, and I do 2 podcasts. One's basketball, one's movies. I do Pod Don't Lie with Stavros, and I do a movie podcast with Taylor Tomlinson called This Is Important to Me. We just any new couple, you're like, this is. I like this movie. You haven't seen it. You should have seen it. We watch it. We play clips. It's pretty fun.
Nice.
That's good. I like that. Kippy, anything we got to know?
Yeah, just make sure you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes. We appreciate all the new reviews are coming in, all the new subscribers. Also, the full video is available on YouTube. Please check that out. Rate, review, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. And you can submit your questions to rugarbage@gmail.com.
Yeah, very nice. Sam, thank you so much, buddy. We really
My
appreciate
pleasure,
you coming
man.
on and talking to us. We had a really
No
good
problem.
time. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. This has been Are You Garbage? I'm H. Foley. Good night.
Thanks, guys.